Okay, now it's a mute moment. I show you some images from 2005. Maybe you can turn off the light if it's possible, because it's maybe 100 images now. It was taken for a movie. Someone was making a kind of movie, and I extracted some images that you can see the atmosphere of such workshops. The quality is pretty bad, I'm sorry. Lot of electronic stuff. It was pretty difficult. So this is a typewriter. Second slice. This was acid for documents. And she wanted to bury it in the earth. It was a dress, of course. A lot of TVs, of course, screens, things like that. And here the idea was pretty wide. It was to smash it in one shot. So for that guy it was pretty difficult. So this is the result. Maybe I need the light now. Thank you. Okay. So before having a look on what we've done here, I would like to present one of the latest OO workshop activation. It was made 2 months ago by the owner of the service himself, the Fonds Régional d'Art Contemporain Poitou-Charentes, in its own premises. And that thing was pretty strange. Let's have a look on this dreadful newspaper's article that was recycling one of the photos extracted from the Nicosia's experiment. Written before the activation, the idea of the journalist, I presume, was to afraid the population of the location where it will take place, a small city, Angoulême. So the article was really like a threat, you know, be careful, now we are breaking everything. So it was strange. The director of the Fonds Régional had the idea to list all the objects that were put out of use, and that was a premiere, a very good idea, I think. 73 objects were listed during 2 days of activation. This is my team here, 4 people. On the 2 top images, you can see the end of an old sweater that was, since a very long time, transmitted from one generation to the other. After something like 30 years of existence, the white wool was pretty dirty. It was turning yellow. You can't see it on the images, but it was like dirty. This was the reason why the owner of this clothing wanted to get rid of it. The destruction scenario was the following. During hours, and really I mean it, maybe 4 or 5 hours, someone was taking the sweater apart in order to make a ball. A way to come back to the beginning. It was a very interesting idea, I think. Here you can see some other destructions, furniture, records, design objects, computers, etc., etc. Stamped in acid, but it was not working. The acid was not strong enough, so it was a problem. Important documents from the institution. It was a note taken during the meetings, and then they decided to destroy the notes. Computers, a big hole in the computer through all the layers of it. Shoes, because it was belonging to someone who grew up, and then it was not possible for him to wear it, so he decided to destroy it that way, cutting it. And here it's tax documents, and in France it's not possible to destroy it, it's forbidden. You have to keep it all your life, tax documents. And that guy came with maybe 10 years of tax documents, and he asked us to make some planes and to burn the planes on flight. It was a very interesting scenario. So it took maybe 1 hour, something like that, making planes, or things like origami, things like that, and destroying the documents. On these 4 pictures, the destruction of a precious vase. Unfortunately, I haven't got it on photo, the original vase. It was very small, maybe 10 centimeters tall. The client's idea was to turn it into dust. And that dust, but real dust, for hours. And that dust has been scattered in a river that was very near to the Fonds Régional where the service was activated. She asked us to throw it away, to scatter it in the river. And here it's a doll kept during something like 40 years. The doll was made by the mother of the person, and it was destroyed on the occasion of this activation of the service. So the idea to enter in contact with this institution was an idea of Stephen Wright, that proposed this service to FRAC, Fonds Régional d'Art Contemporain. And then we did the activation. Okay, general conclusion now, and then we speak about the documents of today. So until today, artists have embellished the world with more or less convincing art products. Today, the best effort an artist can make is to lighten down the world. I think, of course. And it costs less than you think. Thank you. Donc, let's have the documents. Maybe I open the... And after maybe you will have some questions. So I've talked enough, I think. Maybe we can speak all together, or is it, we speak here maybe? This is the card. It's that was yesterday night. We needed some tools, so we've asked for tools, and we make a baggage with the tools for today, in prevision of today. So I show the pictures, and you speak. You present your own, if you want. If you don't want, no problem. That was the objects today. Taken from the workshop. You can see the credit card, which is actually faded. Tools. We are thinking about how to destroy all that objects. So it's an important part of the workshop. Sometimes the first idea is not the best, and we change the history. And the first thing was a book. It was a Hegel book. It was mine. This was a mobile telephone. And then maybe you can explain or describe the idea.
I chose this phone because it doesn't work properly. It has never worked, I think. It's the first phone I got when I arrived in Norway, and I was actually not able to call from this phone. So I got a very first month in Oslo. And I kept it. I don't know why I still had it. I still had it in my stuff, probably because it's I don't know. It's always strange to throw away objects like that. And because you always think that maybe in case maybe I can use it sometimes or fix the phone or something, but of course you never do. So I think it was the good opportunity. And I've decided to, or I've asked to first destroy it as far as possible without any tools, so only by hand. And then destroy the rest in small cubes.
That's another story. So we find the mobile telephone later again. This was a destruction of a cigarette. Okay. You want to speak or no?
Yeah, how important is the story?
No, it's not.
Yes, but it is important for the whole project because it's so many different reasons why people bring their object.
Depends.
Yes. I brought the log. The log.
Ouais,
Yes,
the bush
maybe
dog.
we can see the other picture.
Yeah, of
That's not
course.
the picture here. But we used the paper of Hegel's book.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we combined the descriptions.
To burn it.
And we also had to use some white spirits because this log has been like outside the whole winter, so it's But it was rest part of something I used to cut this summer for an object, and but it didn't have like a significant
No, of
to
course.
me, or like it hasn't been in my family.
It's because I show the yeah, maybe you're right. I'm showing the most expressive, but doesn't
but
have,
also
no, it's no problem.
Yeah, but it's interesting, I think.
Yeah, maybe it's unconscious, Can be very simple. You can destroy a cigarette if you want,
Yes.
without any story,
Oh, but I think I brought this log because I'm struggling a bit between working with making things and working with things that already exist. Yes.
Yeah. I forgot to put the photo. That was a tape. With music, videotape with of a band, music band. That's nice. This was eggs? Eggshell. You want to explain or not? Okay, eggshell. So the images are saying the whole thing. Okay, it's the mobile telephone suite. Second part. It was complicated in this school because we had to go there and to come back and to go. It's too big. So we were outside and then we came back and it was crazy. That was the tape we've seen before.
The rest.
Video tape. It's crazy actually. Up. Okay, mobile part 3.
Yeah, it's some loudspeakers that I had to stop using because my neighbors were complaining all the time that I played too loud music, even if it wasn't that loud, but the speakers just made the sound travel down through the floor. So I stopped using them, and then they were just in the attic, so I thought it would be good to get rid of them. Yeah, so we sawed it into pieces that would fit into plastic bags, and then I put the plastic bags in front of the door of my neighbors. So I fit it into pieces.
And Hanan, you've got the photo on your email address in your box.
Yeah.
He sent it.
Okay.
It's nice.
Okay.
He's not here.
Yes.
You are here. Okay. Excuse me.
I just had a lot of stuff in my studio. I was supposed to use it for something, but I didn't know what, so this was a good idea to use it in for this instead. And then I wanted to press these objects together, and we used this big machine for pressing it, and to control it, we put this foil around it so it wouldn't explode or roll.
That's the end of the log. At the end. It was not totally finished, but this is the result. But you wanted to
Yeah,
have it
that
as
was-
flat
yeah.
as.
Yeah. I had to keep on.
But it was difficult. So we come back to the loudspeakers. Huh? It was Tobias' idea too. It's a detail, but it's interesting. So this is the result. Loudspeakers in 3 bags.
You were separated by the material, huh?
Yeah, with 2 bags. Components.
This is the end. Okay, and the last image is here. It's really toxic, I think.
The last 30 minutes.
Email address if you want to write me something. Send me the image.
Yeah.
So here it's a book. It's an old one from 2004, and with 20 services in English. So there is a part in French and a part in English, and we will let it in the library. You can experiment with some of it.
So if you have some questions about the workshop or these different services.
If the problem is too much stuff, or have you any things attacking production or considered repairing stuff instead of destroying? So you don't need to make more?
Yeah, interesting. Recycling, for example, you mean? That could be. But I like very much this pathos atmosphere of distraction. But like a joke.
Yeah.
But you're right. That could be, for example, recycling, or that would be nice too.
It's recycled. It's still recycled. I mean, you can still use it as a raw material.